The African savanna glowed beneath the morning sun, its endless grasslands bathed in a golden light that promised a new day. The air was alive with the hum of insects, each tiny creature playing its part in the great tapestry of life. Overhead, the distant calls of birds echoed, their flocks painting fleeting shadows across the land. In this wild kingdom, every creature played a part, but none more regal than Zola, a lioness with a sun-bleached coat that shimmered in the morning light. Zola, queen of her pride, was a fierce hunter, her strength and cunning legendary. But this morning, she was simply a mother, gentle and attentive. Her 3 cubs tumbled around her, chasing butterflies, climbing rocks, and pouncing on each other in playful bursts of energy. Their world was safe under her watchful gaze, every moment of joy protected by her presence. Zola's amber eyes followed them, her deep, soothing purrs a lullaby of contentment that filled the morning air. The cubs, curious and playful, explored the tall grass, their tiny noses twitching as they discovered new scents and sounds. Unaware of the dangers that lurked beyond their mother's protection, they wandered close, always returning to her side. Zola's ears twitched at every sound, the distant hornbill's call, the faintest rustle in the grass, her senses sharp and alert. The rustle of a lizard caught her attention, but her vigilance never wavered, always ready to defend her family. For now, the savanna was peaceful, the sun warming their fur as the family rested together in a rare moment of calm. But in the wild, calm is always temporary, and every creature knows that change can come in an instant. The Golden Queen watched, ever vigilant, ready for whatever the new day on the savanna might bring. As the relentless midday heat settled over the vast savanna, the golden grasses shimmered beneath the blazing sun, and the air seemed to ripple with warmth. Most animals, weary from the sun's intensity, sought refuge in the shade and silence, their movements slow and cautious. Zola, the vigilant lioness, led her playful cubs beneath the sheltering branches of a marula tree. There, they curled up together, drifting into a peaceful sleep. But in the wild, danger never truly rests. Deep in the tangled roots of a nearby baobab, an African rock python began to stir, a master of camouflage, both hungry and endlessly patient. Its patterned skin blended perfectly with the dusty earth as it glided silently through the tall, dry grass, almost invisible to the untrained eye. The python's forked tongue flicked in and out, tasting the air for the faintest trace of prey, reading invisible messages carried on the breeze. It could sense the faintest warmth, the smallest vibration in the earth, a perfect ambush predator, attuned to every subtle movement around it. Slowly, with calculated precision, it moved closer to the marula tree, unseen and unheard, its body pressed low against the ground. The cubs slept on, blissfully unaware of the danger, while Zola's ears twitched at the familiar rustle of leaves and the subtle shift in the air. She didn't see the massive serpent, hidden just feet away, its body perfectly concealed by the grass and shadows. The savanna seemed to hold its breath, the gentle wind carrying only a whisper of danger, as if nature itself sensed the tension. In the stillness, a silent threat crept ever closer, its presence barely a ripple in the golden sea of grass. Suddenly, the python struck, an explosion of movement, scales flashing in the sun. Zola's roar shattered the calm as the snake's head slammed into her side. Instantly, thick coils wrapped around her, squeezing with terrifying strength. The cubs woke, wide-eyed and trembling, as their mother fought for her life. The birds scattered, the peaceful morning replaced by chaos. With every breath Zola took, the python tightened its grip, cutting off her air. She thrashed and clawed, but the serpent's hold was relentless. The cubs huddled together, helpless, watching their protector struggle. The queen of the savanna was caught in a deadly embrace. The silent hunter had sprung its trap. Zola fought with every ounce of strength, her growls echoing across the plains. She twisted and clawed at the python's armored scales, but her efforts barely scratched its hide. The struggle was fierce, power against power, dust swirling around them. Zola's jaws snapped, searching for a hold, but the coils only tightened. Her cubs cried out, their fear fueling her determination. She fought not just for herself, but for her family's survival. The python's patience was its weapon, its grip unyielding. Zola's movements slowed, her breath shallow and desperate. The great lioness was fading, hope slipping away. The Savanna's queen was losing her battle. The shadow of the serpent loomed over her family. Time was running out. Just as despair set in, a new sound broke the silence. An engine's distant growl, growing louder with every second. A Land Rover's engine rumbled across the plains, its headlights cutting through the fading light as it sped toward the unfolding crisis. Inside, a wildlife rescue team peered through binoculars, quickly spotting the chaos ahead. Zola, the lioness, trapped in the python's crushing coils, her terrified cubs crying out for help just a few feet away. Their leader, Elias, and veterinarian Dr. Anya Sharma, wasted no time. They sprang into action, their faces set with determination. Grabbing rescue poles, ropes, and medical kits, the team moved swiftly but cautiously, knowing every second counted for Zola and her cubs. Elias's calm voice cut through the tension, directing the team. Anya, get the sedative ready. We need to act fast, but carefully. Juma, help me with the poles. Each member knew their role, and trust in each other was vital. They knew the risks. One wrong move could endanger everyone, both human and animal alike. The python was powerful and unpredictable, and a cornered lioness could be just as deadly in her desperation to protect her young. The team formed a careful circle, assessing the scene from every angle, relying on their training and teamwork as their greatest assets. For Zola and her cubs, hope had finally arrived, carried by the courage and compassion of these dedicated rescuers. The quiet heroes of the savannah prepared to intervene, their hearts pounding but their hands steady. The delicate balance of life and death now rested in their hands, and every action would matter. The rescue was about to begin, and the savannah seemed to hold its breath in anticipation. The fate of a family hung in the balance, as hope and danger collided beneath the vast African sky. The team moved with precision. Elias and Juma focused on the python's head, the key to controlling the beast. Using long poles with loops, they crept closer, careful not to startle the snake. Juma created a diversion, drawing the python's attention. In a swift move, Elias secured the loop around the snake's head. The python thrashed, but the team held firm. With the head restrained, others worked to pry the coils from Zola's body. Every move was deliberate, every second critical. The team's strength and coordination were tested as they fought to free the lioness. The python's muscles resisted, but the rescuers pressed on. The first coil loosened. Zola gasped for air. The rescue was underway. Unwinding the python was a grueling task, each coil a battle of strength and will. The team worked in unison, prying the snake's body from Zola, inch by inch. Dr. Anya monitored the lioness, ready to intervene if needed. Zola's breathing steadied as the pressure eased. Encouraged, the team pressed on, freeing her chest and then her legs. At last, the final coil was removed. The python, now restrained, was placed in a secure container for relocation. The savannah's balance would be preserved, no life needlessly lost. Zola, battered but alive, was free. The team's relief was palpable. Wildlife rescue is about protecting every creature, predator and prey alike. The queen had survived. The savannah exhaled. With the python secured, the team turned to Zola. Dr. Anya approached, speaking softly, checking for wounds. Miraculously, Zola was mostly unharmed, Her strength and thick hide had saved her. The best medicine now was rest. The cubs, timid at first, crept to their mother, nuzzling her face. Zola licked them gently, reassuring her family. The rescue team watched from a distance, moved by the reunion. Zola rose, unsteady but proud, her cubs at her side. For a moment, she met Elias's gaze, a silent thank you. The team left quietly, hearts full, leaving the family in peace. The Queen of the Savanna stood tall once more. Life, fragile and fierce, had prevailed. As the Land Rover disappeared into the sunset, the rescue team felt a deep sense of purpose. They had saved not just a lioness, but a family, and the future of a species. Every rescue is a victory for conservation, a testament to coexistence. The wild is unpredictable, its challenges immense. But these guardians of the savannah meet each day with courage and compassion. Zola's survival was a reminder of nature's resilience, and our responsibility to protect it. The team's work is never done, but moments like this fuel their mission. In the heart of the savannah, a lioness and her cubs rested safely, a symbol of hope. Protecting wildlife means preserving these stories for generations to come. Under the vast African sky, the Golden Queen watched over her kingdom, her family, and her future, secure.